Hey guys, this is Jason Morris with Real Estate Agents That Really Work, and I want to tell you. I done my for sale owner master course that was on YouTube. Okay, and there's a lot of information in there. It's 3 hours of stuff, and what I realized after I finished and after I've gotten questions and stuff for people is that I really needed to create a couple more videos. One, I need to create an introduction and tell you what it was, but number two, I needed to create a it's an audio that actually tied everything together and told you what you should be doing with that and how you should be doing it. Okay, I'm a big believer in you need to get started. Like you need to get started as soon as possible. Then you put all the pieces in place as you go. Take massive action, put the pieces in place because you're going to do a lot of business with my for sale owner course if you just follow it. The number one thing most real estate agents don't understand is that we are salesmen, and there needs to be a sales process to everything you're doing. If you don't have a process that you're following every single time, you can't go back and revamp things and change things and stuff as you're going on appointments. Say when something's not working for you, like okay, you went on 5 appointments, you went on 10 appointments, you're getting the same objection, you're getting just shut down every time the same way. It's just not working for you. You have to go back through and you have to figure out why it's not working for you. Now, if you're just making calls, showing up and doing whatever you feel like, and there's not a system that you're following, then you are not going to be able to go back and tweak that system to figure out what it is. Say, if you're getting the same objection over and over again in your market, then you need to look for ways that you can change your system. Maybe you can add an additional service to your pre-listing package or something to overcome that objection before you're even getting it. Because this is what it's about. It's going to be about building trust and overcoming objections before you even have those objections. Like one of the greatest things ever is people go, "Oh, I've got a buyer." Well, that's fantastic. What if we do this? What if we just exclude them from our listing agreement? If they buy, listing agreement's canceled. You don't owe me anything. And man, that is just so easy to overcome that objection. But if you don't have a system you're following, you don't have a pre-marketing package, a pre-appointment package, you don't have any type of system, you can never go back and figure that out. So what I wanted to do was create one more audio recording that just tied everything together for you and told you what you need to work on first. Okay, number one thing you need to get is you need to go ahead and get out scripts. Just have them. Go ahead, find you a role play partner to role play those with. That's number one. Get the scripts, find a role play partner. Okay, and you can get all this in one day. Just make a post in my group, make a post in any Facebook group, and you'll have a role play partner almost immediately. That's number one. Number two, you need to get you some lead sources. You need to figure out where your for sale owner is going to come from. And what I'd recommend you doing is I see a lot of agents, they overanalyze this step. They just, I think it's analysis paralysis. So they just don't never do anything because they worry about what if, or what if there's something better, or what if there's something different or cheaper or whatever. So you need a role play partner and you need a lead source. Okay, just go ahead and sign up for RedX. It's $30 a month for sale owners. You get all their for sale owners for the last year. So you've got all your lead sources. You're going to have hundreds of for sale owners from the last year. Okay, so you've got a role play partner in your scripts. You've got your lead sources. Now you need to work on your pre appointment package. Okay, you can download my template for free at jasonmorrisprelistingpackage.com. So you've got it. Plug in all your information. You can probably do it within a couple of hours, and you can have it. Do it while you're watching TV. I mean, if you're watching the new House of Cards on Netflix or whatever it is, sit there, fill in your pre-appointment package. Well, fill in my template with all your information. Don't overthink it. You don't need a lot of crazy stuff in there. Don't get real fancy. This needs to be simple, 10, 12 pages. Nothing more. Some pictures, PDF, easy to print. Go ahead and get your contract together and stuff like that, um, so that you can easily email that out to when you're doing your pre-listing package. So you got your role play partner and your scripts, your lead sources, your pre-appointment package. The number four thing is you need to go ahead and print out your listing paperwork. Print it out. Get you a notebook so you can write it out. Spend an hour writing out that stuff, getting that stuff straight for yourself, right? That way you can start practicing it. Practice it with an agent in your office, practice it with your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever. Practice it with your broker in charge. If your broker in charge doesn't want to practice it with you, then you may need to look for another broker in charge. But you might want them to look over it anyway, just because, hey, practice it with them. Call them, say, hey, look, this is what I want to do. Will you go down through it with me? Okay, so get your listing paperwork in order and get your listing presentation in order. Okay, next thing, 5 is your net sheet. Okay, if you email me, Jason Morris, myrtlebeach at gmail.com, email me and ask me for a copy of my net sheet. I will send you an Excel version you can upload into Google Docs. You can plug all your information in to customize it to fit your market. I will send you a copy of my actual net sheet that I actually use. Okay, that's number 5. Okay, number 6, you need to start calling. You need to start calling, and you need to start calling every day. Get yourself set up on a schedule and start calling. Start taking action. If you're not doing that, if you're not going to take any action, all this other stuff's a waste. And even listening to the whole 3 hour course at Jason Morris, FSBO Master.com, just listening to the entire course is a waste of time for you if you're not going to take action. Okay, so you need scripts, role play partner. You got your lead sources. You've got your pre-listing package. You got your listing stuff set up. You got your net sheet set up. You've got you're making calls to go on appointments. You need to start working on your mindset every day. You start looking at motivational material. Start reading books, and I mean, you don't have to sit around reading Tony Robbins and Ziegler books and Jim Rohn books all day. You just start looking for something that's positive people, positive stuff that you can start working on every single day and start listening to every single day. It's going to start getting you in a mindset of, like, start listening to these people talk about doing great things. You're going to start thinking about great things that you can do too. So the for sale by owner appointments, when you start making calls, don't overthink these things. I mean, you're just gauging motivation. You're getting a price out of them. Getting a price, motivation. You're sending your pre-appointment package, and you're setting an appointment. Those are the only things you're doing. Don't try to list it over the phone. And I see agents make that mistake constantly, constantly. Don't worry. Go in their house. Get as many appointments as you can. Just set them all up. Okay. 2 things are going to happen. Both of them are positive. You're either going to go there, and I mean, you might get the listing when you go there. That's number 1. Number 2, you get to practice your presentation in front of live clients. Listen to my listing presentation and how mine goes. And the reason my appointments are going so easy for me is because I'm following a sales process. I make the calls. I send the pre-listing package. I follow up afterwards. I send them a text, making sure they got it. I follow up the next day to make sure that to see if they have any questions. I show up at the house early. All that stuff. As soon as I go in the house, I ask them, hey, did you look over everything I sent you? So all of those things, it's a process. I follow up with people. I follow up with people based on their motivation. I follow up with people with my pre-appointment package. I mean, everything I do is about building trust. I'm not salesman-y. I'm not trying to make people feel stupid on the phone. I don't have a script that's really going to be offensive. I'm not going, oh, do you know what the definition of insanity is? It's doing the same thing over and over again. Sounds like that's what you're doing. I mean, that sort of stuff and those sort of scripts that are out there. And I know that's a really popular script. I've heard it from, man, I've seen the script myself with coaches I've had. I've heard 100 different agents say that same script. Those things are offensive. people don't want the pushy, offensive salesperson anymore. They want the salesperson that's going to be a trusted advisor. And that's what they're looking for. They're looking for the person that can tell them what to do to get the most money the quickest way possible. I mean, I had a for sale owner the other day. I talked with him. It was his house. He had two other lots. Agents were telling him, "Oh yeah, you can only get you can only get like 160 for your house." Well, the thing is, he's got these two extra lots. Those lots are worth $25,000 a piece. Man, his house by itself is worth 160, 170,000. So one of the things I advised him to do, I said, "Hey man, why don't we do this? You don't have anything on these lots. They're cleared. You're cutting the grass. They're nice lots in a nice community. Your house isn't sitting on them. You don't have a pool sitting on them or anything. Let's put those lots up for sale for $25,000 a piece. That's going to get you 50 grand. Then let's put your house on the market for 160 because that's the value of just your home without those things." So him listening to my advice, we're going to put his house on the market, and he's gonna put in his pocket, another. I mean, after real estate commissions and closing costs and everything, he's gonna put in his pocket like another $40,000. What agent do you think he's going to go with? Do you think he's going to go with me and get $40,000? I have a plan. I have a system. I have a marketing plan. We've followed up several times. We've talked to him intelligently about his property. I've looked at all the actives. I've explained everything to him. I've explained it to him based on what's on the market today. I've showed him where the competition is for the lots. I've showed him where the competition is for his house. And and I've showed him how we're going to make more money in a system that actually makes sense. And not every appointment's going to be like that, but that's what you're doing. People don't want the pushy salesman. They don't want the person that sounds exactly like everybody else. They want a trusted advisor with a plan. That's how you list for sale owners over and over again. You have a sales system. You're a nice person. You're a trusted advisor. You have a plan, you know, and that's what all this stuff is going to do for you. If you follow down through this, if you follow my for sale by owner master course, if you follow it step by step and you go through and you do everything, I have everything in there. I have how you go through your listing paperwork, how to build a mindset, how to set up your appointment to win. I've got I've got the common objections and how to overcome them. I've got a section in there about building your pre-listing appointment. I've already got your CRM picked out for you. I've already got lead sources picked out for you. I've got everything that you need in here. But and all I'm doing now is I'm just tying it together for you because that's what this is going to do for you is it's going to just set you up to win. It's going to set you up with that process. So go back, listen to them as needed. They're set up so they're in different sections. So if you hadn't got you listen to the pre-appointment package, you have some questions about it, go back and listen to that section again. If you're having problems with objections, go back and listen to how I'm overcoming objections with people. Just all you really need to do is ask more questions, but go back and listen to that. If you're having problems with the listing presentation, or you're staying at your listing presentations for 2 hours, the people love you and they're not signing the agreement with you, go back and listen to my listing presentation section. Use my course as a constant reference. When you're having a problem with follow up, you don't know how to follow up, go back and listen to the section I did about follow up again. And if you're having problems with mindset can be the toughest thing that we all have to deal with because we get beat up all the time. Man, you get beat up by people you work with. You just get beat up by the world, really. Go back and listen to my section about building a tough mindset. Get yourself out of that little funk that you're in. And use it as a reference. Keep going back. I'm not going to take it down off YouTube. So keep going back and listening to it over and over again. And, share it with your friends. If you have any friends that are having trouble in the real estate business, they don't know what it is, or they just don't know how to get started, give them this complete system. Tell them to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've got some more systems I'm going to be putting up in the next month or two. So we've got a lot of exciting stuff planned for 2017. So I hope you guys have a great year. I hope you have a great Christmas. I hope you have a great New Year. And just keep using my stuff. Stick with it. You can do it. If you found this, you're looking for ways to improve, and this is going to help you improve. But You need to constantly work on how can you improve just that little bit each day.